Check. 1 second. Check. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you guys see me clearly? All this is good? 1 second. I'm testing it myself. Okay. You guys can hear me, right? All okay? Wonderful. Okay. Awesome. How is everyone today? 1 second. Let me just check everything. Everything looks perfectly fine. How is everyone doing today? All good. I hope you guys have your coffee. Welcome to Weekend Research Live with me. After ages, right? So finally we're doing a Weekend Research Live after ages. So how are you guys? How is everything going on? We will be discussing a couple of things today in the market. We're going to do a slightly longer session, so I hope you guys are okay. We won't keep it like a 10-15 minute session. We will keep it slightly longer. We will go almost to maybe 30-40 minutes. I hope that's okay with you guys. Is that okay? So before we get delayed, I think what we should do first is let's quickly dive in to look at where the market is, what is happening with this market, and I have some worries as well. I have some fears as well. So let me talk about all of these fears also. Okay, so I will talk about all of them today in this episode. So let's get into it without wasting any more time. There's something wrong with my streaming server, so I'll have to just do this for now. Okay, I think this is okay. 1 second. Let me take them out. Yeah, I think this. You guys can see my screen now, right? Wonderful. I think you guys can see my screen. Okay. Can you guys see the Nifty chart over here? Can you guys see the Nifty chart over here on TradingView? Yeah. 1 second. Okay, wonderful. You guys can see it. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'll tell you very quickly, right? Let me just remove all the diagrams. Let me remove all the drawings. Can you see where Nifty is at right now? Okay, this is the latest update of the chart. Do you see what Nifty is doing? A voice is breaking. Can you guys hear me now clearly? I think there are two streams going on. Let me just close the stream for now. Yeah, I think this is perfectly fine. Okay, I think this is okay. So yeah, what am I looking at right now? Yeah, so can you see the chart right now? Can you look at how the chart is looking at right now? Can you see how weird this is, right? Currently Nifty is little sitting at its all-time high position. So what I had done was I had basically drawn like a line for a channel. So this was basically a channel, that ascending channel as they call this. So Nifty was in a beautiful ascending channel for a few days, or for a few weeks actually. It's going on in this channel. But the only thing is now it is slightly coming above the major zone. It also made a new high of 22,800, and after 22,800 it did a steep reversal back towards 22,500. Now 22,500, if you look at it very closely, is a very major support zone. Why is it a major support zone? Because 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 times it has come either on the level to try to break it, or 9 times it has come either on the level to try to surpass it, right? So this is what is currently happening with everything that is looking at Nifty right now. You guys can hear me clearly? Everything is okay? You guys can hear me clearly right now? Yeah, let me know if there's any kind of lag. There should not be any lag, but let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. Okay. Okay. Coming back, because there is some lag with respect to, I'm also trying to see the stream to understand whether you guys can hear me clearly or not. But anyway, there is time, so no issues on that. Okay, you guys are saying yes, not a problem at all. Yeah, so coming back to the point, right? So 22,500 is something that is holding very steadily. And if you look at yesterday, the market did do a massive steep correction that came down. Now, I have one tension, or I have one worry in the stock market right now. Can somebody tell me what that worry might be? One tension or one small point of worry I have. Okay, the major point of worry that I have right now with, let's say, with Nifty or with the markets right now, two things. Number one, have you noticed that literally everything is at an all-time high? Have you noticed everything is at an all-time high? When you talk about Nifty, it's at all-time high. When you talk about, let's say, your bank Nifty, okay, it is also sitting at all-time high. When you look at your gold, it is sitting at all-time high. When you look at your silver, it is sitting at all-time high. When you look at real estate, it is sitting at all-time high. So basically commodities are at an all-time high. Gold, silver, everything is at an all-time high. Real estate also is at all-time high. Nifty is also at all-time high. I don't know when was the last time we saw everything at an all-time high. Usually gold and Nifty go in an opposite direction, right? Because when there is a war, it is considered a bad thing. So gold usually goes up because it's like a safe haven, and then Nifty usually falls down because the market gets affected. But we're in this very weird phenomenon where Nifty is also going up. Nasdaq is also going up, S&P 500 is also going up, gold is also going up, silver also, real estate. When things like this happen, it kind of scares me, because come on, aisa kya hua hai? What has happened that everything has to go up at the same time? Has something major happened in the world? COVID is now long gone. I mean, we cannot talk about COVID because after COVID we had Russia, Ukraine. After that we had the Israel, Gaza. There's so many things happened at that point, right? So yeah, so Dhananjay is saying war, okay, even Nikhil actually told me war. War gives me an understanding that, okay, gold prices are going up because of war. Completely agreed. Gold has gone up almost 40% in the last 2 years, right? I understand with that. But the war is not something that is taking a massive toll. Maybe yes, a lot of people are buying that, it's completely fine. But even our equity markets are going up. So can somebody tell me, whoever is smart, I want to see this, can somebody tell me, why is Indian equity markets going up so much? And by the way, just to give you guys a very clear understanding, it is not because of foreign institutional investors. In fact, foreign institutional investors in India are very less right now. Okay. So, no, not because of elections. Arey yaar, elections is still okay. Okay, elections mein itna rally nahi ho raha hai because the market is going up slowly. Do you know that in India, domestic household, people like me, people like you, public participation in the form of SIPs have reached its all-time high? Do you know that? So basically, if more and more retail people means people like me and you, start investing via SIP, the SIP inflow into the funds like HDFC fund, SBI fund, Axis fund, all of these funds are getting new and new capital from people like me and you, because yes, we're making money, we're increasing our SIP portfolio, we're investing this SIP portfolio in HDFC and SBI. Now the HDFC and SBI that we actually give this money into as an SIP, can they just take that money and keep it in their bank and sit down saying, ha, Shashank has done 10,000 SIP today, I'm not investing it, let it be there. Can they do something like that? No, right? They have to take that 10,000 rupees and again pour it back into the stock market. So even though FIIs are currently less right now in the market, the DII participation has gone up quite drastically, mainly funded from retail participation of SIP AUM, which is madness. AUM is basically assets under management. Okay. Now, why are a lot of people investing in the market? Because we believe the market is going to go up. You know, market is giving the best kind of returns right now. Everything we touch is going to gold. All the funds are doing extremely well. Most of the funds are even beating Nifty. Nifty itself is giving 20-30% returns in a year. All of that only because we are in a positive momentum, right, after COVID. But any jerk in this positive momentum or any downfall in this positive momentum will reduce the SIP participation, and then the market starts going into a hang mode because there is not much participation happening from anywhere. But right now we are currently at an all-time high, but I'm also very worried only because the market, not because it's all-time high, but I'm worried because everything is at an all-time high, and when everything goes up at the same time, my spider senses start tingling. My spider senses start telling me that, boss Shashank, be little careful, because anytime you can see a correction, because boss, this is not sustainable. To be honest, whatever you say and do, it is not sustainable. It can be a real rally, can be an artificial rally, but it is not sustainable. Chalo, that is point number 2, right? My job is to still continue investing, but I'm not investing crazy amounts right now. I'm sitting in majority cash, but I have deployed some amounts in the market. Okay, just to be clear. Now, coming to point number 2. Apparently, in the last, just now, 1 or 2 days ago, there was news coming out with increasing tensions with respect to geopolitical issues between Iran entering the war with Israel. And Iran is basically saying, boss, I am now going to enter this war and I'm going to take on Israel. And because of that, USA came and said, boss, if you come against Israel, we will come against you as well. right? So USA to obviously loves coming into wars because their main business of USA is war. I don't know how many of you all know this, but the main business of USA is selling ammunitions and war chest, right? They make billions and billions of dollars during war, so they love doing wars in the country, right? Now, and more war mean more dollar participation, more buying of goods and services, more buying of arms and ammunitions in dollars. So it is a beautiful effect for them. So now if that goes on, I don't know how true this is, Iran, Israel, I don't know if they'll actually do it or they're just saying that I will do. But if it does, then the market will do a small correction. Again, if it does, great, not a problem at all. Again, next 2-3 months is going to be extremely volatile again because of our elections that are going on in India, because our elections is happening in phases, right? Phase 1, phase 2 to phase whatever till June there's going on phases, and every phase happens, you know what is going to happen? More and more noise in the market is going to get created. You go open your TV channel, exit polls will start saying BJP has already come here, Congress has won 5 areas here, this has won 3 areas there, and because of that the stock market will start reacting to news which is not even might be true, right? So that is also going to happen. But if you tell Shashank, this is a very short term view, can we zoom out? Can we zoom out? Now I want you guys to change your perspective of how you guys think. Start zooming out a little bit. Say, Shashank, I don't care about all this. Iran, Israel can go to war. Okay. India elections, I am assuming BJP will win, but let us see that later. I'm not worried about the volatility. Let me talk about little future. Let's zoom out a little bit, go back a little bit. Let me talk about post June. If you ask me, Shashank, 2025, what will do well? Which sector is poised to do the best in 2025? Then we start talking in a new different angle. Okay. So right now, definitely me and you both understand market is going to be volatile. Okay, both understand. Priyank is asking, is this pre-recorded? No, Priyank, this is completely live. I am sitting here and answering your doubts and questions. So no, this is not pre-recorded. This is live. Isliye live likha hai. Okay. But if you ask me to zoom out a little bit, there are some companies that I have identified which are quite interesting. Okay, I know some companies will do well, whatever said and done, it'll do well, but there are some companies that might do really well going forward as well. Okay, so again, next 4 years, if let's assume that BJP might come into power in some form or the other in the next 4 years, what is going to happen? Okay, your energy theme is going to play out. So who are your energy participants that are doing well? By the way, I don't know if you have seen, you can see JSW Energy sitting at all-time high right now. They recently did a QIP, which is a qualified institutional placement of approximately 5,000 crores. So now obviously they've given good returns, but then Shashank, you know, it's already given good returns. It's sitting at 65 PE. Will it go up even more? It's already sitting at 1 lakh crore market cap. Yes, it will go up more because it has to keep going up more and more because this entire thing is going to play out in the next 4 years. Till 2029, this is going to play out. This is one such company, right? Then we have your KPI Green, which is slightly in the smaller range. I don't know how many of you have seen it. A lot of people didn't believe in KPI Green when it was doing well. But the founder kept saying, I do well, I'm a good founder. A lot of people didn't believe it, that how can a small company like KPI take on big players like Tata Power, Adani Green, JSW Energy and all of that. But weirdly, surprisingly, KPI Green has been one of the best compounders in the last 4-5 years. In fact, in the last 3 years, it has given some unbelievable amount of returns. But then the question is, Shashank, will it go up even more? The answer again is yes, it will go up even more, because if you see, it is a quarter-on-quarter compounder, has been compounding constantly with maintaining good margins as well, has been doing well, is getting good amount of cash to the bottom line. And even if you look at their debt, obviously because in this business you need a lot of debt to do, so they recently announced a bonus. They've also done some fundraising, a lot of things playing out positive in this aspect. The FIIs have also gone up to around 4.87. So again, this is something that is doing well, will continue to do well for the next few years, right? And promoter buying and all of that is happening as well. So energy theme will do well. Coming to the automobile theme, I'm little scared of automobile theme, mainly because till now automobile theme was awesome. Okay, because Tata Motors is winning its own segment, Mahindra was winning its own segment, Mahindra is winning the XUV 700s kind of a market, Tata is winning all the EV market, left, right, center, all of this is going well. But now what is happening is one scary part is coming in this entire equation. What is that scary part? The one scary part that is coming in all of this equation is the new government EV policy. I don't know how many of you all saw this new government EV policy, but this new EV policy is now scaring a lot of people because they have now given access to companies like Tesla, VinFast and BYD to enter India at only 15% extra import duty, which is going to be very difficult for Tata Motors to compete, because if Tata Motors comes with a cost of 20 lakhs, Tesla can come with, if assuming they optimize it really well, Tesla can come with a price of 23 lakhs. Do you think people will care? Do you think people will care? Right? If Tata's at 20 EV, to EV at 20 lakhs and Tesla sitting at 23 lakhs, do you think people will say, no, 23 lakhs is too expensive? 15% custom duty is nothing, or import duty or custom duty is nothing. Obviously, there's a huge made in India push being played out with Tesla coming in, investing more than $1 billion, $2 billion. And there is also amazing rumors that Tesla might be tying up with your Mukesh Ambani as well. Imagine Mukesh Ambani and Tesla tie up. What is going to happen is going to be unbelievable. If Mukesh Ambani and Tesla tie up in India, boss, maza aa jayega. Matlab, it will be one of the best plays, and I would not be surprised if Tesla wins hands down, pants down for the next 20 years, right, in India. Mukesh will definitely do a really good job on that. But again, coming back to this. So yeah, EV, that is the question on that. Third thing that I'm very bullish on for the next 4 years, 2029 perspective, is India's consumption story. Okay. For example, there are companies, Tata companies. Okay. Like for example, Indian hotels. I don't know how many of you all have heard of Indian hotels. Right, Taj. It's not just Taj. It has Taj. It has Ginger. It has Taj Sats, which is the airline catering. All of that. So Indian Hotels is one of the biggest chains of the country right now in India. Actually, Marriott is one of the biggest, but this is also there. Oh, it is the largest ahead of Marriott. Okay, maybe Marriott is global in India. This is the biggest. This is also doing quite significantly well in the last 1 year. They have done a lot of new changes to their management team. They've done a lot of new changes to the way they operate. And if India's consumption theme continues to go, this is going to start adding beautiful bottom line, and this is going to be really very, very, very beneficial for the next 4 years. I believe this will do significantly well again. Okay. Now coming to one more thing. So I don't know how many of you all are a part of this YouTube community or the part of the 1% club, but for all the people who are a part of YouTube community, we had done something on April 5th. I think 1 week ago, we had done a stock of the month, and in that stock of the month, I had mentioned about Anand Rathi. It was trading at 3,500. It's already up around 10-11% since we spoke about it, right? Now, this is another play that, you know, me and my team are actually looking at right now, which is in a very interesting space. There are two players in this space. One is Anand Rathi and one is Nuvama. I think you guys must have heard of Nuvama. I think Akshat has spoken a lot about Nuvama as well. But wealth management is something that is, you know, from a fundamental standpoint. Okay, let me go back and look at it from a dhanda standpoint. Okay, from a dhanda standpoint, this is very interesting, because what is the biggest expense of a company like Anand Rathi Wealth? Okay, these are wealth management. Basically what they do is they manage rich people's money. Very simple logic. Like IIFL Wealth, yes, definitely. I was a part of IIFL Wealth. Anand Rathi Wealth has a very big and good name in Mumbai. I don't know if you guys know this. They have a beautiful building in Lower Parel as well. But what is the biggest cost of a wealth management firm? Can somebody tell me? What is the biggest cost of running a wealth management firm? The biggest cost of running a wealth management firm is nothing but people. Is nothing but people. Okay, I need a lot of guys, okay, or also known as relationship managers. They're not called sales guys, they're called RMs, okay, relationship management, and they only have people who will go and be very close to all these billionaires, HNIs, ultra HNIs, and all of these guys. Exactly, you guys are right. And then they finally talk to them and get their money into the Anand Rathi wealth management ecosystem. Whether they sell them debt funds, whether they sell them mutual funds, whether they sell them their own AIF 3 funds or AIF 2 funds, they can do whatever they want as long as they take the money from the rich guy and they start investing it. Now, obviously, is it a very easy job? No, it is not an easy job, because you have to make money for the rich guy, right? The rich have to stay rich for wealth management companies to survive. Now, do you see any scope in the next 4 years that the rich people will get poor in India? Do you see any scope for the next 4-5 years till 2029 that there might be a problem where HNIs and ultra HNIs become garib? That's not going to happen. So the richer people become, rich people find a way to remain rich, first of all, okay? The more rich the rich people become, the more funds people like Anand Rathi, Nuvama and all of these guys get. Now, there is one more industry which is very similar, where the biggest cost is just people. Can somebody tell me which industry is this? There's one more industry where the biggest cost is people. It's beautiful. Okay, let's do some fundamental learning today. Dhanda concept, okay? That industry is called the IT industry. Sai Krishna, absolutely correct, right? That industry is called the IT industry. Now, what is the best part of IT industry? Okay, no, hotel industry is not very dependent only on people, because hotel industry, you have to put the hotel, you have to buy the land, you have to lease it, there's other cost. IT, there's no cost, it's just people cost. Same way, yeah, even in EdTech, there's just humans, right? There's very less tech technically involved, there's only humans involved. They still call it EdTech for some reason. But yeah, in Anand Rathi as well, in the wealth management business, people are the biggest expense. Now, what happens when people is the biggest expense? The company makes nice money, margins are good. Please understand this, margins are good. Let's look at some of the, let's look at this company, right? We had done this as the stock of the month in the community on April 5th, if I'm not wrong. So April 5th, we did this as the stock of the month. Already it's up around 10-12%. So look at this company's profit and loss statement, okay? This I think is Anand Rathi, yeah. 280 crores, 336, 273 COVID, 424, 558, 724. Is the sales growing? Definitely the sales is growing. Okay, what about operating profit margin? 102, 110, 77, 184, 248, 304. Look at the margin that it's playing in the last 3 years. 40% margin. 40% margin. What nonsense. Okay, and let's come down and look at the net profit. Net profit is 58, 62 COVID year, 127, 169, 226. Good amount of money. So basically a company making approximately 700 crores top line is hitting with 226 crores bottom line. Okay, 724 crores top line, 226 crores bottom line. So what happens when such kind of money drops into your net profit, into your bank balance? Superb, right? Very interesting. So I don't know, recently, I don't know if you guys saw this, but they recently came out with the result. They also are doing a buyback now of almost 1%. They've approved a dividend of 9 rupees and their result was phenomenal, because if you just look at the result from last year to this year, they have given from 558 to 724. And one very weird thing about this company is that this company gives you a guidance. You know what a guidance is? Do you guys know what guidance is? This company basically gives you a guidance by saying कि next year मैं इतना बनाऊंगा. I will make so much revenue, so much AUM, so much PAT, and every quarter they say how close have I reached to my guidance. You know, in fact, I'll show you that. That's a sign of good management. It's just beautiful. But let me just show you again. Okay. So you can go through this whenever you're free. There are some actually important points here you should look at. Okay. I'm not going to go through all of this. Okay. Let me show you some very interesting stat. Yeah, AUM is basically assets under management. More the amount of assets under management in the business, more money they make. Okay, more assets under management, more money they make. How many RMs they have? They have approximately 332 people who are called RMs, relationship managers. Let me zoom in a little bit. And how much AUM they have per RM is around 174 crores. So each guy approximately is handling 174 crores, right? Now coming to another very interesting slide. Yeah, look at this. The net inflows of growth and equity oriented scheme or SIP purchases in FY 2023-24, the monthly SIP or the total industry is approximately 2 lakh crores. You see how it has gone from 1 lakh crore to 2 lakh crore in the next 4 years. In the next 4 years, this will go up even more. Maybe it will become 4 lakh crores, right? And this guy has a small stake in this entire market, and obviously they make a lot of money from commissions. When you buy from them, they will get some commission from the mutual fund house. All this is fine. You can read it when you're free, but this is very interesting. Now, this is the guidance. So last year, this is why I like companies who give guidance. Okay. The reason why I like companies who give guidance is because they're very clear in their thought process. Now, this company last year basically said, I will reach 752 crores of revenue. At the start of the year, they told me this. FY23, they said, I will give you 752 crores revenue. They reached at 720. Can I consider this as a bad company because of this? Can I say that this is a bad company? That 750 bola or 750 bola and then you reached only 720. I'm not going to consider it a bad company because you told me what it is. You are very clear that you almost reached there. You did not bullshit me. You did not lie to me as well. Okay. They said they will reach a PAT of 226. They reached a PAT of 220. No problem. They said they'll reach an AUM of, No, sorry, ulta I'm doing. Okay, they had given a guidance of 720, they actually reached 750. Sorry, I'm doing full ulta. Okay, they had given a guidance of 720, they reached 750. Amazing. They had given a guidance of 220, they reached 226. Amazing. They had given a guidance of 51,000, they actually reached 59,351. So they basically outperformed the entire guidance. And now they've given a guidance for the future. They've said next year, FY25, we are going to hit 900 crores of revenue, 280 crores of PAT, and 72,000 crores of AUM. Even if they just hit these numbers, after, by the way, they're also doing a buyback, so the EPS is going to increase as well. This is going to start doing really well. Now, if you ask me which is better, Anand Rathi or Nuvama, because see, Nuvama is also in a beautiful trend, similar fashion. Okay, look at Nuvama. Okay, same thing. 780, 1384, 1778, 2223. This is making much more revenue than Anand Rathi. Anand Rathi is making 700 crores. This guy is making 2800 crores, right? And Anand Rathi ka jitna net profit hai, uska double net profit Nuvama is making. And he's also making good amount of money, but it's little up and down. As you see, it's little up and little down in some cases. But again, that's also because they had some weird exceptional item of other income. But if you leave that, the business that this is in, if you ask me which is better, this or that, I would say, boss, both are good. Both are equally good, because I don't believe in the next few years, people are going to become poor. Already it's gone up by around 5.22%. So I don't believe that this is going to be a bad industry to play on. This is a cash rich dhanda kind of an investment. And when somebody talks about doing buybacks, I really love it, mainly because when you do buyback once, it also gives me an indication that they're going to do buyback at least 3 or 4 more times. You got my point? That is the most interesting and crucial element. So again, this is something that I'm really bullish on for now. Okay, so 2-3 industries I've spoken about that I'm bullish. Another very interesting play out is happening, little overvalued, but that's Zomato. Little overvalued right now, but I don't know if you guys are witnessing the hype, or not just hype, actually I don't know if you're witnessing the emergence of quick commerce. Have you heard of quick commerce? The industry is called quick commerce. Quick commerce is nothing but your Blinkit, it is your Zepto, it is your Swiggy, Instamart. Now I'm in Bangalore in JP Nagar area, and when I open my Zepto, it says delivery in 4 minutes. I consider this like Alibaba's genie kind of a bottle, right? I just say I want something, and boss, in 4 minutes they're at my gate. 6 minutes it's inside my house. 4-minute delivery. It's sometimes, you know, when Amazon Prime came out and said 1 day delivery, we were like, wow, 1 day delivery. I'm like, what, 4 minutes delivery chalu hai. 1 minute, 1 day is gone far away. So by the way, you get almost everything now on Zepto. Everything. ऐसा कुछ है क्या जो नहीं है? Everything you get, right? People are now selling PS5s. People are selling fans. People are selling, by the way, jewelry. Jewelry is also there on Blinkit, right? Or Zepto. I was like, boss, what is not there, bro? Fans also you can get. Who's going to order a fan? I don't know. But either way, it's very, very interesting. So keep an eye out for Zomato as well, because I feel in the next 4 years, Zomato, it's not, okay. In the next 4 years, are you guys going to stop spending outside food? Are you guys going to stop eating outside? Definitely not. I am not going to stop. You are not going to stop. I would sadly say I am very addicted either to Swiggy or Zomato. I usually use Swiggy a lot. I don't use Zomato a lot, but I can sadly say that I am addicted to Swiggy or Zomato. I don't like eating too much at home. I definitely eat at home, but I like ordering for the sake of ordering, right? This is not going to change. Consumer pattern and consumer behavior is not going to change. Quick commerce is not going to change. This is going to be poised very well for the next few years. Next 4 years, this is going to do well. In fact, Swiggy is also planning their IPO. They're going to come out with their IPO very, very, very soon. So then 2-3 more interesting plays are going to play out even in that, right? So this is some very interesting things. Okay, now coming to the last part. Are you guys following me till now? I know we've discussed a lot of things. We discussed Nifty, we discussed geopolitical, we discussed the scary parts also we discussed. We discussed that everything is at an all-time high. Then we spoke about different kind of companies. We did a deep dive into these Anand Rathi and Nuvama type of companies and all of that. So again, I'm going to keep you guys updated with Anand Rathi, not here on the community. I'm keeping you guys updated. So all the guys who are a part of the community will get access to being updated for what is happening. But yeah, again, Dattaram is saying IRDA is not performing well. Okay, this, I don't think it's not performing well. I think it came out, there was a lot of hype, it did fall down. I think this will continue to do well. I don't think this is not going to do well for some reason or the other. I think this will continue to do well. Okay. In the next 4-5 years, looking at the demand and the increase of energy in India, I think this will continue to do well. And if you look at the EPS, it is growing. I think this company will do well, so there is no tension about it. So if you are worried about it, I would say do not be worried. It is quite good, right? Varun Beverages, yes, boss. Varun Beverages, it's doing phenomenal. Its only problem is 85p, but it's doing phenomenal. What is this? It's not doing bad at all. Take, okay, 3 years you take, not doing bad. 5 years you take, not doing bad. 10 years you take, not doing bad. Take how much ever timeline you want, not doing bad. So VBL is something that is quite interesting. Okay, now coming to let's do one quick community research. Okay, so I'm going to take 4 stocks from you guys. 2 stocks will be decided by my community members, the guys who have the stars, and 2 stocks will be taken from the other guys. So start spamming the name of the stocks that you want. We will do a quick community weekend research on this 4 stock. We'll choose one of the stocks. So choose, come on, you guys have to choose stocks and I will check what are the stocks that you guys are talking about. 2 of it will be by community members, 2 of it will be by everyone else. Okay, interesting company. Community members, you guys also can start posting, huh? Go ahead. Okay, interesting. Nah, Asian Paints, don't do anything in Asian Paints right now, boss. Very risky. Devansh, don't do Asian Paints. Risky, boss. Very risky, Devansh. I would not suggest. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw the other news. As long as this keeps starting. Welcome to the club, Akshay. I don't know if you guys have seen. Oh, wow. Wait. Sorry, guys. I have a new AI camera that keeps move. Whenever I move, it starts moving. So I have to tell it to stop moving. Okay. Yeah. Did you guys see this news about what do you call that? The recent news about US and UK basically banning Russian commodities. Did you guys see that? They banned Russian copper and all of that. Guys, I've posted the 4 companies. Please choose. 2 of it is chosen by the community members. 2 of it was chosen by everyone else. The 4 companies are Schneider Electric, SBI Cards, UPL and KPIT. One second, guys. There's some baby crying outside. Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Come on, start voting. I can only see 160 votes and boss, we have 469 people and only 160 votes. It's anonymous. I don't see your votes. It's free of cost. Ek button dabana hai aapko. Come on, guys, click on that button. Also, for all the people who are free, click on that like button also, because then more people can start doing some research and analysis. So they can also start learning. Just JP Nagar things. Quite common. Okay. I think majority of the people are voting for SBI cards. Okay. Majority of the people are voting for SBI cards. SBI cards now has something very interesting. Can I show you? Actually, I can show you. I've actually taken a small position in SBI cards. Let me see if I can show you that position. Let me try. One second. Oh, this is my other account. I've taken a small position. Yeah, I know you guys know it. The people who are in the community have been open about it. But the people who are not in the community have no idea, right? Yeah. This is my current position. I'll show this to you. I think if that is the end. Okay guys, so I think most of you guys have voted for SBI card. So I will quickly end the poll and we will go into SBI cards as well. Okay. Chalo. Now, if you look at SBI cards, there are some issues, some problems, some good things, but let me show you what it is from both sides. Okay. Yeah, this is my swing trading position. So I recently took a swing trade. Now a lot of people wanted to understand why I took a swing trade into SBI. So let me talk to you about my rationale behind it as well. So SBI has been trading in this channel for a very long period of time. This is called a descending channel. Recently it gave a breakout. Okay, from this descending channel, did a small retest, started going up, and now it is in this zone. So obviously it's not going to go up, you know, it's not going to go up like this. It'll obviously go up slowly like this, right? I hope it doesn't take a false breakout and come back into this channel, because the minute it comes back into this channel, that is my stop loss. I am out of this position, right? Because my whole theory of validating that this is a swing trade becomes null and void if it comes back below this bar. So I'm assuming that it will not do that. Also, if I zoom out a little bit, there are a couple of more reasons why I found this a very interesting trade, and I'll tell you why. If you look outside, and if I just go here, this zone, okay, this zone has been a very strong support zone for SBI cards. Very strong support zone, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times it has either been a resistance. Weird. Did the stream just lag? Did the stream just lag? Okay, very interesting. Yeah. Okay, I'll repeat it. Chalo, don't worry about that. Let me repeat. Okay. Coming back to Greek mythology. Okay, coming back to SBI cards. So reset chart view. Okay, what was I saying? I was here. Okay, some weird refresh happened. I have no idea why. Very interesting. Okay, coming back to this one, right? So see, two things, right? One, definitely this was my buying point. I had taken a small position, as I showed you over here. I had bought June futures. I'll tell you why I bought June also. 800 quantity, which is just one lot. So basically, if I had to add, it is only 1,06,000 rupees to basically buy one lot of this future. Now I can buy cash also. It doesn't have to buy future, but future gives me little leverage, and it's only 1 lakh. So I thought, let me experiment with this a little bit, right? It buys me 800 quantities, and my buying price was 731. So if I go here and I reset chart view, my buying price was approximately 731, somewhere around here. This was my buying price, okay, at this point, put it this way. And my exit, I have put a stop loss at around here. But if I see that it comes back into this channel, that is when I would say Tata bye bye, see you, and take an exit. Now what I was talking about before we got cut is that if I zoom out from a longer time frame as this part, you see as a swing trading opportunity, right? This red line is a very strong support zone that it is trading. And even if I remove these channels completely out, which is the short-term channels, and I draw a long-term channel, even if I draw a long-term channel, this is how this looks like right now. Look at this. Okay. That means this swing, there's a very high chance that this swing can actually go up even till here. Let's say it did not go to this region. But if it goes here and starts taking a rejection to start coming down here, I can exit my position right here, right? And if it goes above this, then I know that this is not going to work, because then it's going to start going to this all-time high of 930. So either I'm going to play for this swing or I'm going to play for this swing. So I have two targets that I'm playing for. First target is this, and second target is 930. These are the two targets I'm playing for. And my stop loss would be nothing but the smaller range, which is this. This is my stop loss. Okay, if it goes back into this channel, then I'm like, okay, Shashank, whatever the logic you did not work. So, you know, go back home, right? That is what it would be. Okay. Would you be doing the same analysis on 1% club? No, today we are not doing that, guys. Whoever is in the 1% club, today we are doing green energy PPT, right? We're going to learn about green energy. That is only for you guys. Jitin, Shashank, will the chance of breaking a support increase if it's tested multiple times? Yes, usually that is the case. So if it tests it multiple times, either it can break, but it has to break with volume, Jitin. If it breaks with volume, आपको समझ जाएगा कि बॉस ये टूट गया, properly it has broken. It won't break time pass करके. It will break with volume. So even with this part, when you see this part, right, when it broke this support, it broke it with volume. Okay. This support that was broken with volume. Now, okay, this is from a technical standpoint. Okay. Now you guys might say, Shashank, what are you talking about? This is the most confusing thing I've ever seen. So, aap mat dekho. Let me show you the fundamental aspect. If I go to fundamental analysis of SBI, okay, sitting at 70,000 crores, 30 PE right now. SBI cards, you know what SBI cards do as a business? As the name suggests, it's SBI's card business that is there, right? So, basically, SBI cards was launched in 1998 by State Bank and GE Capital, etc., etc. It is the largest credit card company. It is a subsidiary of State Bank of India. It has your super premium cards, co-branded cards. I personally use one SBI credit card, which is the SBI Air India card, right? So this is basically what it does. Now, if I leave all of this, let me go down. The problem with this company is that it is constantly falling. Look at this. It's only falling. Tap, 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 tap. If it is only falling, then what can I predict right now? The revenues must be bad or good. If this is constantly falling, then that means the revenue must be bad. Yes or no? What do you guys think? Come on, you guys have to tell me this. Revenues are bad or revenues are good? Okay. Basic assumption is that if the chart is falling like this, that means the fundamentals have to be somewhat bad. But now let me show you the funny part. Profit and loss statement. Look at the fundamentals. In the last 10 years, okay, revenue growth, growing. Top line is growing, wonderful, okay, very good. What about financing profit, which is your revenue minus interest? Okay, definitely growing from 85 crores or 220 crores to 2,700 crores in 10 years. This is also growing, Shashank. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Okay, let's look at profit before tax. Profit before tax is also growing, including year-on-year growth is also there. And net profit, assuming COVID is not a big factor, it is growing every single year. EPS has gone from 1 to 24. If all of this is going well, and EPS is going from 1 to 24, then what is wrong with people? Why are they not buying it? Now, is this because credit cards are not going to be the future? No, people are going to use credit cards. Credit cards are happening. Are their sales maybe declining on a quarter-on-quarter basis? No, sales are also not declining on a quarter-on-quarter. In fact, it is a quarter-on-quarter grower. It is doing superbly well, even on quarter-on-quarter basis. So then, there's only two options. Then either people are not giving it that premium, that means it is going to go into an undervalued territory very soon, or I would still say it's undervalued, because if a company is increasing their EPS every single year and the share price is falling down, that means the P ratio will be adjusting from 119 to 30. That is because when SBI cards came out, it was trading at 120 PE. So people are like, boss, 120 PE, main to nahi de raha, I'm not giving. So now it is coming to its real PE. Okay, it is sitting at 29 P and 30 P is so now not even forward P, it is today's P. So if you look at forward P, it will be maybe around 24, 25. But from a long-term perspective, fundamental wise, wonderful company. But there are some problems. Nahi to people are mad or what? You think people are like, shit, Shashank, nobody found it, don't tell anyone, 500 people are watching this stream. No, people are not stupid. There are problems. The problems are, for this company, even though SBI is such a massive and such a big company, and all of this you will only get if you read the transcript. Okay, you have to go read the transcript. They are having a big problem with something called cost of borrowings. Okay, their cost of borrowings compared to its competition is doing really bad. I mean, I read the entire thing. That is why I'm telling you in short. Cost of funds, right? Our ROAA in Q3 is at 4.1 due to increased costs of funds, increased credit cost, and higher festive campaigns. So basically what they're trying to do to attract people, they're giving more discounts, more offers, and even the money that they're picking up to give this credit, okay, the cost of borrowing is very high. So when the cost of funds or cost of borrowing is very high, your margin basically goes down. So people are now worried, which is what happened with, let's say, HDFC Bank's merger, right? Your margins went down, NIM went down. Right? When the NIM goes down, you get scared. Now, see, this is very important. When you do a company's research, look at the first question is from Maharuk Adjanya, whatever, from Nuvama. Remember, we just spoke about Nuvama? Nuvama Wealth Management. So these guys are also going through all of these companies and looking at this, right? So even they are asking this question saying, just I want to discuss more on credit cost, basically general rise in delinquencies in the system, no particular, why is this happening? So the whole conversation, if you read, right, if you go through this entire presentation, everyone talks about cost of funds. And in fact, they're also saying that we've already said we do expect cost of funds to be higher in Q4, and also gave you reasons why we think cost of funds will be higher, right? And this is going to basically give a tough fight on your net interest margins. Okay, so that is becoming a big issue, that tomorrow if they don't solve this issue of raising funds at a cheaper interest rate, then the interest will dip, your revenue will dip, your bottom line will dip, everything will dip, right? But if they can solve this problem of raising funds at a slightly cheaper rate, do you think this will become a beautiful multi-bagger? Obviously, right now it is not a multi-bagger because there is a problem with the cost of borrowings. There is one problem to solve that they are only struggling with, right? If they keep solving this problem, or they figure out how to solve this problem, see, can we attribute NIM compression also because continued increase in corporate spends, you did gain elevated credit costs. The whole conversation is only on that. In fact, if you want to go deeper, you should go into the PPT, okay? And you should start reading the PPT as well, because all of this is gold mine information. Gold mine information, as they say, right? Beautiful information that you would say. And their gross net NPAs have gone up, their net NPAs have gone up, their everything's gone up. So that is why it is not basically going up. Even though the revenue is doing well, it will come to a point where it is undervalued. But the minute they solve the NIM issue, the minute they solve their cost of funds issue, this will fly like a rocket. This will fly like a rocket, right? I believe, to be honest, that they will fly like a rocket eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not now, but there is something happening, because if something was not happening, there would not be a breakout. Something that me and you don't know, right? Something that me and you don't know, but there is some kind of breakout happening. The charts are saying something different, whereas these guys are saying something different. The chart is saying something different. So that we have to now figure out properly what is the right way to look at it. Understood? But very interesting to look at, because this company is a fundamentally good company, will be run fundamentally good as well. And from what I know about SBI, they don't give a lot of credit limit to a lot of people. They give me only 1.5 lakhs credit limit, whereas HDFC Bank has given me a credit limit of almost 10 lakhs. Right? So it is just crazy. And yes, competition is going up. HDFC is coming with some crazy cards. Axis Bank is coming with some really amazing cards as well. So everyone's coming up with crazy cards. Amex is also there, but Amex now has become a little okay. But a lot of new cards are coming. In fact, now what they were saying in one of the interview is that SBI has done a tie-up with Reliance Retail, and those cards are apparently doing well in Tier 2 Bharat. Can you believe? So beautiful, right? Yes, Shashank, this should be solved once interest rates are decreased by RBI. Yes, Rohit Kumar, everything is an interest rate cycle only. See, if interest rates go down, then inflation tends to go up. Interest rate goes down, ordinary man will start buying more and more, inflation will go up, then they'll again increase the interest rate. So all of these small problems keep happening. So it's not very easy to go and reduce your interest rate. Understood? Okay guys, so now what we'll do is, now I have to go for my community session after this. But before that, how did you guys enjoy this session? Did you guys like this session? Did you guys have fun? By the way, we have been sitting here for almost 1 hour. I think it's been 52 minutes since we started. So I hope you had a very nice session. If you guys liked it, click on that like button, and all the people who are a part of the 1% club, please join. We are going to do our session on green energy now. But for everyone else who are having a great session today, I think we discussed a lot of things. So if you don't know, just go through this session again, watch it in 1.25, 1.5. We discussed everything. Be a little careful because I'm a little worried about the markets right now. 22,500 is a very strong major support zone, which I think most likely will break. Okay, most likely will break is what I'm thinking right now. So if that breaks, one second. Yeah, if that breaks, then we're going to have a problem. And looking at what I think, Dow is down 2%, China was down 2% only because of all these war issues happening. So just be careful about it. Okay, the next week can be a little volatile. I would say if you are doing SIP right now, I would say continue doing SIP, but reduce the volume if you can. let the market correct a little bit, wait till the end of April. I think when Nifty comes to around 22,200 or 22,000 is when you start deploying nice amount of money. You will get 2-3% alpha usme. Alpha as in you will get 2-3% return just from then and there itself. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I hope you guys like this session. For all the people who are asking what is this 1% club, here only in the description there is a masterclass that I'm doing tomorrow. For all the people who want to join the 1% club, there is a link here. I think it's in the description. You can click on that, enroll for it. There's a masterclass tomorrow. So for those guys, I'm doing a session. Every weekend we do a session for them. Okay. Chalo, this is me guys, Shashank Udupa signing off. I'll see you guys very soon. I can't guarantee that I'll come every week, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you want more updates on stocks, you can either join the YouTube community, which is slightly cheaper, or you can join the 1% club, which is slightly more expensive, but you get huge benefits on learning either which way. Okay, chalo, see you guys, bye. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys like this. I am logging out. Take care. See you guys. Bye.